Well, hello, everybody. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome. Oh, we got the jazz back. Hold on. I'm not ready for the jazz yet. Jazz will be here soon enough. No need for that. Ghost Bishop, hello. Thank you for hanging out. Got little dinosaurs in there. It's going great. Brondotum. Brondot trademark. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. Hi, everybody. We're back. We're back with more Dawntrail. That's what we're doing. And I'm gonna be honest. Let's go to this real quick. Let's just take a look here. I have been patiently waiting to go through this gate since we ended the stream yesterday. I haven't done it yet, but I am absolutely ready to do it now. And today couldn't come soon enough. Now, I still have not decided if I'm going to stream the entire MSQ or not. I don't know how much I'm going to stream it. I don't know how much I'm not. Right now, we've streamed basically all of the MSQ. Now, some people told me to go check out side quests. You will note that as part of my board, I can't keep playing the game. I did do all the side quests that I could over here. So we've unlocked hunts. And I talked to a little corn man. And we've had a good time. There was a man made of corn. We talked to him. So things are going quite well. And we're gonna pretty soon go through those gates finally. Find the opportunity here. I don't know if you can see the corn man all the time. I don't know if he's there, if he's just returned. For those that might be curious, yes, I do have drops enabled. So if you are waiting to get, if you're wanting to get the mount, we will be doing that. Spoiler warning, we are going to our first zone. We picked the... Oh, I don't think they're called the Vanu Vanu. These guys. We picked these guys first, so if you have done that area, you will have no spoilers. If you have not done that area, there will be spoilers. But you can also do what many of us do. If you just want the drops, you can mute me, minimize the window, and keep it rolling. They are turned on, so you will eventually get your mount. Sadly, they don't give us the mount for streaming it. I think this is where the corn guy stands. Right now, it's just got a fisherman here, just holding up an invisible paper. I have to wait on my wife for MSQ progress, so yes, all the side quests are complete for me. Yeah, no mount for streaming. It is a little unfair. I wonder what would happen if I put the stream on. Maybe that's what I should do, is just on my phone or something. Just put the stream on. Let it count that way. I actually had it running. I watched Preach a little bit today. Watched a little OK Mage. Photobombed Garrett and Kyle for a while on their stream, which is still going. So I will also say, if you want to actively watch something that is not going to be doing any MSQ content today, Garrett and Kyle are streaming over on YouTube. Now, the downside is you're not going to get your mount over there. It is a Twitch drop, but just sort of depends on what content you're looking for at the moment. So, I think it might be time. Look at all these people crafting. It's such a marvel. Like, people just, they're into it. They're ready to go. And it's like a part of the game I've, like, not touched. I just don't understand the passion. How's Viper been? How did you get yourself to 90 so quick? So I talked a little bit about this yesterday. My method was, one, I did Wondrous Tales. I had one prepped pre-early release, and that's half a level right there. And then I had another one that I picked up the day of pre-release because it was on Tuesday at reset. So that was a full level. So I basically started at 81. Then I did duty roulettes. And honestly, the best way to level is to go to your roulettes. I was doing Wondrous Tales again today, so everything's all set to solo stuff. But go to your duty roulettes, and so if you're 81, run the Tower of Zot. When you're 82, run the Tower of Zot. Once you hit 83, queue up for Tower of Babel and Tower of Zot. Now, in between this, because DPS queues are long, you've got about a 30-minute wait between dungeons. Do fates, work on your challenge log. This is a good way to get a big chunk of experience. Just make sure that you are on the class that you want that chunk of experience for when you complete it. So if you want fast queues and you have a healer or a tank, do 2 dungeons, then run a 3rd as a Viper. Not the most effective way, though. I would say queue up and just take your 30-minute hit. You know, once you hit 85, Venispati, add it, and I would say maybe do these 3 until 87, then drop Tower of Zot, and do that. And just do whatever the highest level dungeons are you can do until you're level 90. It awards an insane amount of experience. And actually, I was 89. I was about 89 and a half. And I did... Did it re-enable it? No, it didn't. Okay. I was about 89 and a half. And I queued up for the leveling queue. And I got the level 87 dungeon as part of my leveling queue. Not only did I hit 90, but I was halfway through 90 from that one thing. Between the amount of XP I got for running the dungeon at level, or roughly at level, and the bonus for the leveling queue. So the amount of XP you get from it is absolutely insane. Finally picked up the game after the years of raving reviews on Core. Well, enjoy. I hope you guys like it. I will always say Final Fantasy has a bit of a slow start. It is a bit of a slow game. I like it. It's chill. Like, this is the MMO that's designed for my tastes, and that's wonderful for me. It is not something that everybody thinks is wonderful. But I think if you open yourself up to the experience and you begin to understand that it is very unlike what you've played before, I think there's a lot to be found here. So I hope you all enjoy it. Take your time, savor it, don't rush it. Whenever you think, when does it get good? The answer is always in a little bit. Just treat it as a fun... Yeah, cozy's a great word. Treat it as a fun, cozy little game. And then when it picks up and surprises you, be pleasantly surprised. Is a great way to look at it. Alright. Should we go through this gate? I'm so excited. Well, I don't know if I want to go at night. It's cloudy, though. I love the weather here. The weather here is great. Yeah, I mean, look, the truth of it is the story is a slow build. It's like reading a novel. You know, you look at the duty finder, look at all these dungeons here. These are chapters in a novel. This is a whole novel right here, from 1 to 90. And when you consider 1 to 50 is a lot of just world building. That's a lot of world building. And I'll tell you, when I played, I had a couple places where I had trouble. When I first got going, it seemed a little slow. And then I beat the first story. I got into the patch content. And I thought the patch content especially after the big culmination of A Realm Reborn, because A Realm Reborn gets really exciting right at the end. And then it goes into the patch content, and I got super bored. And the first time I played Final Fantasy XIV, I bought a skip to Heavensward. And I didn't skip that much. I skipped probably 5 or 6 quests. I just couldn't do it. I was just very, very bored. I was playing like a World of Warcraft player. I had no evidence that this was ever going to pay off in any great way. It felt like we were just wasting time. And I was still thinking of that mindset that, like, well, none of this matters because we're going to be doing a new expansion soon. And WoW has a history of wiping the slate clean when it comes to their expansions. So I thought, well, what do I need to know all this for? Who cares? And that was the wrong way to go. That was the wrong way to do it. Heavensward is amazing. Pretty much throughout. It has its slow points, but Heavensward is really incredible. Stormblood is the second time. I guess technically this would be the third time. Stormblood is the only other time that I got bored. And I did tweet years and years ago, long before FF14 had its big, like, renaissance and everybody started playing it. There's a tweet from me saying, everybody told me this game gets good after A Realm Reborn, but I'm playing Stormblood and it's super boring. When does this game actually get really good? I was really upset because everybody said, oh, you just got to make it through A Realm Reborn. And then I was in Stormblood. I was a whole expansion later. I'm like, it's boring. What are we doing? And I got very upset. People told me to stick with it. I did, and I'm glad I did. But I'll tell you, it took a very long time for WoW Brain to shut down and get used to something different. I'm trying to figure out how to connect my Twitch to Final Fantasy XIV for the Twitch drop. Any pointers for folks who have done this? So I actually have unlocked some Twitch drops, but I haven't redeemed them. Let me see if I can... Hopefully this doesn't cause any problems for the stream, because I have to do it on the computer that's actively streaming. Let me see if I can see how to redeem it, because I certainly haven't done it yet. So let's see here. We have a reward. Okay, so what'll happen is after you hit the time, there's 3 awards that are rewards that you can get. And after the time has allotted, it'll appear in your little Twitch notifications that you've received a reward. And when you click it, it will take you to the MOG station and have you log into your account for Final Fantasy. And that's as far as I can guide you, because I'm not going to log into my account. Not yet, anyway. I just don't want to have to track down my phone and... It's over there. But I'm sure from there there's a code redemption or something. Yeah, Stormblood has some slow moments. I think the biggest issue with Stormblood is it has a false start. So Stormblood's like, it starts really big and epic. And it's like, hey, we're going to this place and doing this thing. We're going to go there. We're going to do a thing. We're going to go there. We're going to do a thing. And you get there. They might be using a general item redemption link. I don't know. I'm not sure. But then all of a sudden they kind of bait and switch you and they're like, okay, we're going someplace else. And so even this expansion, like we spent most of the day that we were playing yesterday here, learning about the city, getting a tour around the Aetheryte, talking about the culture, looking at the docks, trying to buy tacos. We were doing all sorts of things. And it's an intro. You know, it's a slow intro. Stormblood is hard because it does it twice. It does it once for the first place you go, and then the story shifts and you go someplace else, and it does it again. And by the time it does it again, it then goes, okay, now go to what we're about to do, which is sort of your first zone out doing things. And you go out to do it, and it has a slow wind-up, like these expansions always do. But Stormblood feels like you've had to go through so much just to get to that part of it, that I think it has a really, really, like, iffy start, and then it becomes awesome. Stormblood gets really good. But it does take a little bit. Yeah, its patch content is phenomenal. And honestly, I think the expansion itself gets very good. It's just, you have to go through a lot of content before it does. Alright. I've had some iced tea. We're standing at the gates of adventure. I think it's time to go, everybody. Our first zone. I did want to do it during the day. How close are we to daytime? What time is it in the game? I don't see the sun coming up. We're about to be, we're about to have the Garrett and Kyle effect. Anytime you go anywhere new, it's nighttime. Although I will say the night here is very pretty. It's a very pretty night. And this area reminds me of Chrono Cross. I wish they would do a crossover with Chrono Trigger or Chrono Cross. I really wish they would. It would make me so happy. I know people get a little divisive about the crossovers. I thought the Nier crossover was really cool. I thought all the ties to old Final Fantasy games were really cool because I then went and played them, and that got me excited. But I also do think that all the Endwalker stuff was just awesome. So, alright. Well, who can really wait for the sun? That is a big drum. You know, if we had toured at night, that drum would have been even more impressive. Oh, wow, you're playing a lot of the games I recommended. After years of you talking about Chrono Trigger, I'm finally playing it after I finished Mario RPG, which was also your recommendation. Yeah, all those games are very, very good. Chrono Trigger is great. It is not an overly long RPG. The sprite work is incredible. The music's incredible. Oh, man, if they crossed over with Chrono Trigger, you would... I don't think I'm a very good reactor. Like, just be honest. I don't get overly enthused about a lot of things. Sometimes I get a little pumped up. I can get very emotional in storytelling, but usually it's after the fact. Like, I've never cried playing Final Fantasy the first time, but I have gone back sometimes and watched scenes over again, and it hit me a lot harder the second time. I'm just not great at reacting, but I'll tell you, if they ever do a crossover with Chrono Trigger, you are going to see a very emotional me. Because then we are getting into the wheelhouse of things I care very deeply about. Alright, let's do it. Let's talk to Woklamot. Are we all ready to leave? Then onward to Kazama Uka. Open the way. I mean, it's pretty open. Just, you know, like step to the side, my man. Ooh, noob zone time.
Kosamauka, the land of rainbow terraces. It commands the gaze of all who visit without fail. The many-colored marvel. An endless torrent of water cascades over sheer cliffs to shape the wetlands below. To its relentless flow, all life must yield. Together with Wuklamant, we proceeded along the Marcy Trail, a road upon which the Dawn Servant and his comrades once traveled.
It's pretty.
Look at those falls. Even from this distance, you can feel the weight of that water.
The Isle of Ham was impressive, but as you can see, Tulihiola does not want for natural wonders.
The ground is swampy, so watch your step. You wouldn't want to fall into a bog.
I won't. I told you I've been here before. Come on. Okanu isn't much farther.
All right, here we are. I'd love to stand at the bottom of those huge waterfalls and bask in the majesty of it all. Pity they're so far away. Wetlands is an apt name. Much of the ground here is positively saturated. There's no stopping the third promise, is there? A good thing she is Ehrenfeld to keep her from getting lost. For all his grumbling, he's certainly there for her. Everyone should be so lucky to have such a loyal childhood friend. Right, let's get moving. If we continue along this road, we should find ourselves in the village before long. Oh man, look at that. That's like a weird mix between, what is it, like a troll and, man, I can't think of any of the creature names right now. You all know what I'm talking about, though. The Endwalker thing and the thing that's always been in it. They're kind of cool. Kind of frightening, but cool. Alright, let's continue down the road. Let's see what, is this the right road I'm continuing down? I suddenly looked up and there was, oh, that's the river. Yeah. Rivers are not roads. You've discovered a new location. Oh, right. We have to do, flying prep at a certain point, right? We're gonna have to do aetherites and whatnot. What did that go under? It got moved, right? It's not fashion accessories. Where is it now? They put it somewhere. Can't remember where it went. It's in collections? Okay, now I just gotta find collections. Travel. No. No. Is it under character? Why can't I find it? Duty menu second from the left. Oh my gosh, there it is. Okay. Let's put it on the bar so I can continue to find this thing. Alright, we'll just keep an eye on it. That's kind of far away. We'll progress the story for a second. Thank you, everybody. Oh, don't eat me. The water from the falls must flood the wetlands and flow into all these streams and rivers. Assuming we have the right idea, one of the Dawn Servant's electors should be here somewhere. Oh, this is jaunty. So, this is Hanahanu village. I can tell at a glance how very different their culture is to the Vanus. Ow, stupid distracting waterfalls. Ah, everyone has arrived, and none the worse for wear, except for a certain third promise who slipped in the mud, despite my explicit warnings. Hey, I asked you not to say anything. Anyway, this is the Hanuhanu village I was telling you about, Akanu. It's like our friend said, the people are in no mood for festivities. I can only assume they're still recovering from the damage wrought by the storm. Indeed. Well, let's do what we came to do and find this elector. Oh, a hokali. I don't know what he's saying, but I like it. A what now? It's a Hanu greeting. Surely you heard it the last time you were here. Well, I was busy enjoying the festival. Greetings to the third promise and her entourage. I, Zanohali, welcome you to Akanu. As elder of my people, I shall also be fulfilling the duties of elector during the rite of succession. So, our idea about the electors was correct. We just do as Papa said and retrace his path from the saga. I'm ready. Give me the feat and test my worth. All in good time. All in good time. In fact, I came to let you know that we are not quite ready to begin. For the moment, please enjoy the hospitality of our village. Should we poke around a bit then? We might pick up some clues about the feat. You know, prepare ourselves. That's surprisingly prudent of you. What, you think I'm being too cautious? No, I'm impressed is all. You admire and respect your father, who is prone to decisive action. So I expect you to rush in first and ask questions later. Or never. I do look up to Papa, but you should know that he has a pragmatic side too. The head of reason is the thinker, who takes the time to consider all possibilities. With the long naps he takes these days, though, the head of resolve is less restrained by his wisdom. I can't fault you for thinking that's all there is to him, but there's more to the Dawn Servant than you've seen thus far. I should like to speak with the head of reason one day. Ah, well, I'm sure you'll catch him awake soon enough. To return to the subject at hand, you wish to look around around Okanu then? Do some groundwork before the feat begins? Something like that. I mean, I could probably pass this test with my eyes closed, but I'll keep us busy while we're waiting. Wuklamot has the right of it, as Elder Zanuhali, I did it right! I did it right, and I second-guessed myself, is a resident of this village. Learning more about it can only improve our chances in the feat. Might I suggest a division of forces? For instance, Erenvel, Alizé, and Kryl could concentrate on the southern half of the settlement. Meanwhile, Wuklamot, Eos, and myself will handle the northern half. Sounds good to me. That's not Thancred. Hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to say the damage from the storm has been repaired, and our stores are open for business. If you have any bicolor gemstones to trade, I'd love to take a look. I mean, I have a bunch, but I don't think you got anything at this point that I need. Yeah. I'm good. Alright, let's tune. It's a good-looking aetherite. They put a big rope around it. Don't touch our aetherite. You made a killing selling those shells from that vendor? Really? Are they still valuable, or is that ship sailed? Oh. Have you heard about the storm? I've never seen the likes of it before. With the supplies and help of the Dawn Servant sent, we're making progress repairing and rebuilding our homes. But while roofs and walls can be patched, there is so much else that was lost for good. Ugh. Let's survey. We now get to see the zone in the daytime. Wow, 10k each to 2k. 10k, making 10k on those is pretty darn good. The gaping hole in the wall and missing portions of the roof are clearly the work of the storm's powerful winds. Repairs appear to be ongoing. What did you learn? People are sad. Stuff got damaged. A lot of houses are still damaged, and the Hanu I've spoken to are not their usual cheery selves. That storm broke more than wood and reeds. There must be something I can do to help them. I'm going to look around a bit more. The dry and shrunken bundles suggest the reeds were harvested some time ago. Oh, that's up there. Hold on. We can't just run straight to it. Oh, he's fishing. Boat of woven reeds. Woven from reeds, this boat-like vessel is reminiscent of a bird. The beak and feathered tail, in particular, stand out. That's my official narration voice. That's cool. Look at that. Alphino's in shock. This boat must be woven from the same reeds I've seen gathered into bundles here and there. The plants hold both practical and cultural significance to the Hanu, then. Hold on. We're getting a call. Hello? Can you all hear me? I'm told they're ready to receive us now. Come to the large building in the south of the village. On my way. We ought to hurry over, too.
No sign of Zorolja, or that oversized lout.
How much easier it would be if Zorolja were to fail here. But that isn't likely to happen.
It's Cat Doctor.
Honored guests, I am Zanuhali, Elder of the Hanu.
That is certainly not the voice I
I
had
am
given that
also
character.
an elector, charged with judging which among you is worthy of ascending the throne. Without further ado, let us talk of the feat.
Not so fast. Surely you couldn't begin without us.
You made it after all.
I like that my character just seems to
No
not
need to
like him in
fuss.
general.
There is no
Oh,
time
right.
limit
He
for
stepped
this
on our
challenge.
tacos.
Now,
We don't
if
like
you
him.
would allow me to proceed. It is here, in Okanu, where my
Yeah,
people
it's a
forged a
taco
bond
crusher.
with the Dawn Servant during our own chapter of the Tuli Yolal saga. In homage to those events, I have prepared for you the Feat of Reeds.
Reeds seem to be of great importance to the Hanu. I wonder what this feat entails.
We use reeds in every part of our lives, be it as food or weaving material. But look around the nearby paddies, and you will see that this season, our crops are failing. How fortunate, then, that my appointment to Elector coincided with this predicament. For surely, those who aspire to be Dawn Servant would find the matter of an ailing harvest a mere trifle to resolve.
Aye, well, it is indeed the duty of a ruler to address the people's woes.
Exactly, exactly. Do well in this, and you will earn my keystone.
Why bother mucking about in the mud when we can take the stone by force?
Oh, jeez. Just gotta beat everybody up for
Mercy
their...
me. You are a hot-headed fellow, Bakul Jaja. Some electors may enjoy going toe-to-toe with scrappers like you, but I refuse to entertain your base instincts. Arrangements have been made. Should you attempt to engage a feat giver in combat without their consent, word of your immediate disqualification will be sent to the palace. If you're still feeling feisty, then by all means, draw your weapon.
You dumbass. Maybe let your smart head talk for a little bit.
This contest is presided over by cowards. There's no sport in fighting you.
Then we can return to the business of earning my keystone. The feat of reeds is begun. Claimants, I wish you the best of luck.
The clever kitty crossed the seas to study foreign novelties. He might know tricks we don't. Tricks we can use.
What of Little Miss Mittens?
You know the answer to that. Compared to the first and second promise, she's a distant third. Not even in the running.
Then we see eye to eye on this, brother. Being Bakul Jaja so long with me has rubbed off on you. These allies of hers, though, they might be a problem.
I've just been glaring this whole time. Haven't paid attention to anything, just glaring at him. You will pay
Damn it.
for stepping upon my
Just as
tacos.
qualified to be here as they are. I'll show them.
Easy now. There's no time limit, remember? Let's keep calm and think things through.
Right. You're right. I won't win against that lumbering Vidrol by losing my head.
Yes, it will be a slow vengeance of tacos, but they shall be avenged. I understand not wanting to fall behind, but rushing ahead risks playing into our opponent's hands. Let's not do anything reckless and think matters through. This kind of feat is tailor-made for a rational, educated scholar like Koana. So, the Hanu Hanu also eat the reeds, yet another way in which they differ from the Vanu. Not that I intend to gratify him with a response, but Bakul Jaja's provocations are hard to ignore. I don't know the first thing about farming, but if there's a way to save the harvest and help the Hanu, then we're going to find it. I'll make Bakul Jaja eat his words. Understanding the nature of the problem will be the key to solving it. We need to examine the reeds themselves, and then deduce the cause of their poor condition. Erenvel, will you take us to the fields where the reeds are grown? Of course, follow me. Northeast. Alright, we'll stay on the path for now. We'll just check every now and then, see how it's going. Oh man, that looks like a dinosaur. What are you? Ooh, funky. Yeah. Reminds me of Ankylosaurus, my favorite dinosaur. And now I'm gonna have to kill one. What a shame. I love this guy. Time to die. That's what I get for admiring wildlife. And there I thought these feats would have us battling dire fiends or similar. Agriculture is a far thornier problem. I see. They irrigate the fields by diverting water from the neighboring river. 'Tis unlikely the reeds ever dry out. Look at these fields. Why, this could be a painting. I know she wants to do her best, but she should be careful not to make promises she cannot keep. You can all stand back. I'll get to the bottom of this problem in no time. Give me strength. Let's all scour the fields and help our bold leader identify anything unusual. What's up, bird? Feast your eyes upon the fields of gold. Well, they're usually a treat for the senses, but I'm afraid our reeds have seen better days. Reeds form the backbone of Hanu society. I wanted to contribute by tending these fields, but nothing I've tried can spur their growth. I'm afraid the next harvest will be disappointing. I want nothing more but to savor their sweet taste and share it with my brothers and sisters. Oh, just imagining a bundle of reeds in my mouth makes it water. Alright, we know what kind of place this is. We've got reeds. We're in amongst the reeds. Let's look at them. These reeds seem wilted. As Zanuhali described, the reeds appear wilted and unhealthy. Okay, take a sip of the water. See what you think of the paddy water. The water contains no obvious contaminants and looks fresh and clear at a cursory glance. Hop. Okay, what about the soil? Let's look at the mud. The soil in the paddies is one would expect, rich in color and suitably moist, not dry nor flaky. A lethargic frog. A small frog catches your eye. Staring lackadaisical, it doesn't even bother to hop when it eventually scurries away. Everything seems normal except a weird-ass frog I found. You guys find any weird-ass frogs? Oh, a water strider. A bit sluggish, though. More of a water shambler. Not amiss with the paddies themselves, as far as I can tell. Seen enough? I'll call everyone together and we can share our discoveries. Well, what do we think? Any obvious problems? I saw a weird-ass frog. It was weird. I agree. The waters look to be of good quality, as does the mud in which the reeds have been planted. The frogs and insects are unusually torpid, which suggests the problem is affecting not only the reeds, but also the creatures which live among them. Could something invisible to the naked eye be polluting the water? We would need an alchemist to know for certain. I don't have much to add about the fields. But something else occurs to me. When you were describing how the creatures seem lifeless, I couldn't help but be reminded of the listless villagers. They've suffered a terrible tragedy, I know, but there is another reason for their flagging spirits, I believe. Go on. The festival. This is traditionally an occasion for celebration and renewal, so without it, the Hanu are struggling even more to recover. The last time I visited, the village was in the middle of the festivities. You'll never see the Hanu more joyful and alive. It's an indispensable part of their culture, and its absence will only compound their woes. So I say we help them put on their festival, give them a reason to cheer in these sad times. Who knows, maybe fixing one problem could lead us to a solution for the other. We'll say stranger things have happened. We literally just finished an expansion where being sad could turn you into a monster, so why not? Dynamis. Right? I fail to see the relation between festivals and fiends. Let's not be too hasty dismissing the idea. Things which seem unrelated can later prove to be connected in surprising ways. True, and being bereft of ideas as we are, any proposal is worth entertaining. I suppose. Besides, this is Waklamat's journey. It's only right that we follow her lead. Thanks, everyone. By the way, does anyone know where the festival float is? It's like a boat woven from reeds that looks like a bird. Yeah, I saw it. In that building to the north? Let's go and see it. There's much less debate when I'm traveling alone. Man, this music's cool. We're not going the right way. We are in fact going the wrong way. Look at the size of that thing. I hope they don't expect me to help carry it. The handles gave me pause before, but now I understand their purpose. What a charming float. I wonder what bird was the inspiration for its design. I've never been here during festival season, so this is all new to me too. Yes, this is the float I remember. Does it not appear somewhat damaged to you? We should take a closer look. Alright, we gotta inspect the festival float. Let's find all the flaws. It's missing an eye. I can tell you that much. Oh, right. Missing eye. Right out of the gate. Oh dear, one of the bird's eyes seems to be missing a gemstone. Okay. Let me just make sure there's no weird birds watching me. Okay. Oh. Some rough plumage. These tail feathers have seen better days. I swear the colors were a lot brighter last time I saw them. Alright, what else we got? Oh, and a snapped carrying pole. Oh, that's definitely broken. How will they lift this big vessel without all the carrying poles intact? Let's fix this thing. Well, I think we can all agree that this bird boat is in dire need of repairs. Now, how do we go about fixing it? What is going on here? We were admiring your festival float. 'Tis a shame it's in such a poor state due to the recent storm, I gather. Yes, we had to leave it exposed while we ushered our people to safety. With the float in this condition, there can be no lifting of wings. No... Ihana? Ihana. That's what the festival was called. I want to help you hold it. Have you not seen our village? Homes are ruined. We're struggling to make repairs, and you want us to hold a festival? I know how it sounds, but giving into misery never improved anyone's situation. A celebration of life and growth may help you give your strength to work through this tragedy. The role of festival leader is mine this year, and there's nothing I would like more than to lift everyone's spirits. But we don't have enough materials to repair the float. We need a boxia for the missing eye, uyipo wood for the poles, and feathers from the winds chosen to adorn the tail. 2 of these I know. Abaksha is a type of precious stone used in arcane equipment, and uyipo wood is essential for the crafting ceremonial instruments. These chosen feathers, however... The winds chosen is the victor of a competition in which the contestants see who can blow a feather the furthest using wind magics, and that's something of a problem right now. We Hanu are gifted at employing such airy sorceries, but expand a great deal of mana when doing so. We are soon exhausted by the effort, and having no reeds to eat will only make it harder. I think I understand. Your vibrant reeds grow quickly and vigorously, so much so that they stifle the development of nearby plants. They must be a potent source of the energies you naturally lack. They are indeed. Owing to the poor harvest this year, we've been left enervated, and if we cannot gather the correct materials as dictated by custom, we cannot repair the festival float. Oddly enough, we may have stumbled upon our solution. The winds chosen would, by necessity, have a natural gift for manipulating magical energies, which means any feathers taken from the victor should be high in ethereal conductivity. The float's construction also requires a stone used in arcane equipment, as well as timber favored for ceremonial tools. The demand for such specific materials must have an underlying reason. Oh boy. So we got Pray Continue, Alphino. I'd wager the float is actually a secret weapon for smiting the Hanu's foes. And the float might also function as an arcane device. I was thinking that. I don't want my character to quite be so tinfoil hat as the second one. So we'll go with the top one. Precisely what I was thinking. This boat of reeds is in fact an arcane focus of some kind. A focus? For what? Oh! Ihihana is the harvest festival, isn't it? That must mean the float was made to encourage healthy crops. So if we repair the boat and hold the festival, its arcane powers might fix what's wrong with the reeds. We won't know until we try, but 'tis a sound theory. Celebration, prayer, ritual ceremonies, these have all been known to elicit miraculous effects. Wait. The float, a tool for magic? This is the first I'm hearing of it. In the beginning, it may well not have been. After a good harvest year, there would be no reason to change it. But when the harvest was poor, new adornments were likely added, and those who performed the labor may have imbued their work with the ardent hopes for a brighter future. Through years of trial and error, the Hanu would have refined their festival float into a focus for harvest prayers. Incredible. I know you're practically fainting from hunger, but reviving Ihihana really does sound like a solution for all your woes, and I promise we'll do everything in our power to help you. I'm still not convinced about this focus business, but I accept your aid nonetheless. I will introduce you to the shipwright who's been maintaining the float these last few years. He's replaced both the eyes and poles before, so he should know where and how to procure what we need. Then allow Alize and I to acquire the feathers. We will encourage the people of Akanu to gather and vie for the title of Winds Chosen by sharing with them our own reserves of mana. I'll go with you. I carry some alchemical brews that may afford the same effect. The three of us will visit the shipwright then. Not without me. I've worked hard to fix the float as best I can, and the responsibility is mine, after all. I've not introduced myself, have I? My name is Linuhanu. Nice to meet you, Linuhanu. And certainly, let's all go together. To find myself working alongside the Third Promise herself is unexpected, to say the least. We're making progress now. The solution to Akanu's woes is as good as found. Thanks to Wuklamat, we found ourselves a promising way forward. Experience and knowledge are valuable assets, but there is something to be said for following one's instincts. The shipwright's name is Wuk Avu. He's a Shabral. That's right, you all told me. X's is a sh sound, right? Shabral, who only moved to Kazamauka a few years ago, but has since mastered our customs to a almost frightening degree. He's especially strict when it comes to manners, so make sure to offer him a proper Hanu greeting. We wouldn't want to offend him right before asking for a favor. A proper Hanu greeting? Oh, that one. Don't worry, I remember how it goes. Then we shouldn't have any problems. Okay, let's head to Akbek B, to the east of here. Oh, hey, wouldn't you know, our first ether current also happens to be to the east. To the northeast. Let's go get it. We're gonna get one. We're on the expansion motorcycle. This is what you do when it's expansion time. You expansion motorcycle. Okay, to the southeast. Oh, we're in water. Southwest. It's around here. There it is. We found it. Just in time for nighttime. Alright. It's a little ways to the southeast. Ooh, this is deep. This is deeper water than I expected. Oh, hey, it's one of our hunt targets, a poison frog. Down he goes. Although we do have to get more poison frogs. Three sacks of nuts, everybody. 3 of them. There's our ether current. Let's make our way back. We got a couple ether currents. Keep ourselves current with the currents. We'll go over the bridge because swimming takes a while. I'm curious to see who this shipwright is. They're being a little cagey. Could just be an introduction of a new character. This is Okbek Bay, the village of all. Those who drift into Kazama Uka from Tuliolo and elsewhere are welcome to live here alongside the Hanu. As for Ivu, he lives and works in the House of Waters high at the top of the large tree nearby. Follow me, but I should warn you, the climb up the stairs can be challenging. Oh, we're going up the tree. Well, that's cool. Going to a cool tree house. Hey, you see that moon? You can go there. It's true. Man, this is a lot of steps, actually. We are hoping to enlist the man's aid, so it pays not to be rude in any case. Ohokali? I should mention that Wook Avu isn't only a stickler for etiquette, he's also... Well, you'll find out soon enough.
What do you want with me?
Right. The greeting.
Alright, don't screw it up. Get it right.
Ohokali!
Ohokali!
Ah, look at that. We did it. I think we did it.
Good. You brought your manners with you. When in Ukanu, do as the Hanu do. For a country as diverse as ours, the preservation of harmony demands that we respect the cultures of all peoples who call it home.
Well, that explains your familiarity with Hanu customs. And you speak truth, of course. To live together means to learn about each other.
Ah, I appreciate an open mind. In fact, I get the sense we've met before. You're Wook Lamont. Oh, what an unexpected honor for old Wook Evu. Here I am prattling on about manners, and I've gone and insulted the third promise herself. There is no excuse for this betrayal of etiquette.
Uh-oh. He's on the back foot.
Please, take up your axe and claim my impudent head.
Will not? Keep your head. I hate formalities anyway, so forget about it, alright?
All right then, consider it forgotten.
Man, he got over that quick.
How prompt.
Yeah, Krile said it.
We're actually here about the Ihihana float. It's in bad shape, and we need you to craft new carrying poles and a new eye. I'm told you worked with Uyuipo wood and a certain kind of stone? Abokisha?
Abokisha.
That I do.
Is that what I said?
But while
Pretty sure
I
that's
would
what I
like
said.
nothing more than to offer my services, I just used the last I had of both those materials.
Hey.
My lumber in particular went to fixing homes damaged by the recent storm. I'll need 10 days or so to restock.
We can't wait that long. If you tell me where to go, I'll gather them myself.
What? Send the third promise out on an errand like some common lackey? That's utterly unconscionable. A gross violation of social protocol.
I told you not to worry about such things.
All right then. I shan't worry a whit.
This guy's weird. I like him. He feels like he's play acting everything.
What's with your Hanu friend there?
I am festival leader this season, and have come along to oversee the float's repair. As strange as it may sound, Wuklamat and her friends believe the float is an arcane focus, meant to encourage the growth of our struggling reeds.
Too many Hanu have forgotten, it seems. But that is indeed the true purpose of the lifting of wings. Your education is impressive, Third Promise.
Nailed it.
Well, maybe a little.
Allow me to show you where to procure Uyuipo. We can leave the Abokisha to your friends, I presume? Take yourself to Cave Kikitola, or thereabouts, and you should find the stones you need.
I find Abakisha with the best of them. Why I can hardly go out the front door without stumbling over Abakisha.
I've been
I
there
wish
once or
somebody
twice.
would do something
I can
about
guide
this
you.
damn Abakisha, I would say.
That should save us some time.
All right then, let's get moving.
Oh, we got a sneaky Pete.
Chosen one of your rivals is making progress.
Ihiana, you say? Should our first choice fail to deliver, it might be wise to let this play out. The third-rate promise is making herself useful after all.
Yay! We've done nothing and we're progressing. A rather eccentric fellow, but I feel his heart is in the right place. Cave Kikitoa is southwest of Akanu. I feel like I'm now mixed between the voice I was doing, which I liked, and the voice they had, which I can't remember. We can return to the village first, then head there on foot. I mean, we could always teleport, but, you know, we're all the way here. It's kind of nice to ride and see the world. Alpaca keep. Southwest of here, was it? Let us be on our way. Oh no, we're being attacked. Is this place called Yub Yub? Help, they're trying to attack me. Look, you can see the falls at the back of the cave. These hollows must have been carved out by the constant deluge of water from above. Cave Kikutoa, as promised. Home to many deadly creatures. Venture inside if you feel confident, but I will conduct my own search out here. You can spot raw Abaksha by its green-hued glimmer. Bring anything matching the description to me. I shall help scour the inside of the cave then. You take the west half, and I'll take the east. Glowflies are really cool with the new lighting. Lights things real well. Oh, an ether current! Upon closer inspection, you find that the glimmer you spied was just light reflecting off the water. Hostile presence! Kill it! Something's trying to kill me! Person's over there just minding their own business. A shiny pebble catches your eye, but its coloring is rather gray than green. Nope. We got another one. You find a chunk of stone glowing a distinct shade of green. This seems like the exact kind of mineral Linuhanu was looking for. We did it! We're good at what we do. Person's like flying around on a drone. I peeked over the ground near the entrance, but found nothing. Did you have better luck inside the cave? Check this out. Yes, this is a Baksha. Along with Kryle's contribution, we have more than enough for our needs. The stones you've brought shine very brightly. I thank you both. Well, it was no big deal. Walked into a cave, found some Abaksha. He would have been happy to know we were putting things right. Truth be told, a good friend of mine was meant to be festival leader for this year's Ihihana. But when that storm hit, he did not survive. It fell to me to carry on in his stead. That was why you agreed to Wuklamat's request, despite your initial reluctance. Yes, it hurt to hear, but she was right. Though I must mourn, I cannot let my grief consume me. Her words made me realize that the path to my recovery, our recovery, is already laid out before me, and I will walk it, for myself and for my friend. Thank you for sharing your story with us. Please rest assured that we've taken your plight to heart. I'm certain our companions are procuring the other materials as we speak. Everything will come together, and the Hanu shall host a splendid, uplifting festival. That we shall. With that, let us return and deliver the Abaksha to Wakavu's waiting hands. Okay, that's not that many yams to the northwest. We can go get another... Nope. It's a little harder when the water's this deep, but we can do it. We can make it. Is this deep water? Yep, this is deep water. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm being chased. It's hidden by this tree. Okay, next closest one's a little bit ways away. Oh, we're over at the tree. The tree's not where we're going. We're going all the way over here. Jungle pelicans. Actually, while we are in this little town here, we're safe. Nothing's gonna attack us. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break, and I will be right back, everybody. So we're gonna hang out here. I'll catch y'all in a few minutes. See you soon. All right, I am back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Yes, we are doing Twitch drops. They are enabled. Hanging out with us here today can earn you a mount eventually. I don't know how long we've been streaming for. How long have we been streaming for? We've been going for almost 2 hours. Gotta have about 6 hours to get the mount. If I remember correctly, but that's okay, you got time. They're giving you time. It's not just today. It's running for a while. So, just a reminder, a heads up. I am playing the MSQ. A lot of streamers today are avoiding the MSQ. I am not. We are in the first zone, although it might be your second zone. The game does give a choice of places you can go to, like every expansion for the most part. So, you know, be forewarned. that we are proceeding on the MSQ path, and there might be some spoilers depending on how far you have or have not progressed. We're still very early in all of it, but just a heads up before I spoil anything more than this aetheryte right here, this one. But we are going to continue. Last we left off, we were going to go give some stones to a guy. Let's go give stones to a guy. While we hang out in Yub Yub. Alright, this is his tree. Let's go give him those stones. He had to wait at the top of the tree, make people run up this entire flight of stairs every time. He chose to live here. He should come meet people at the base. Although it is a very pretty view. I can't argue too much with that. It's very nice. This game looks very good post graphics update. And it's only the first graphics update. There are going to be multiple, but already I think it looks really, really good. Not kidding, I want that Clippy GIF. I mean, you can find it. I found it on the internet. But if you absolutely want it, I don't know. I can send it to you somehow. Thanks to the third promise and her mighty swings, we've collected some suitable logs of Uyipo. What of the Abaksha? Well, we just happen to have the Abaksha right here. Yes, these are excellent samples. A good quantity, too. At this stage, you've likely surmised that the lifting of wings encourages the crops to grow, but not exactly how, eh? Well, you're in for a treat. If all goes to plan, the results should be spectacular. Now, to get to work crafting these pieces for the float, I could use an assistant versed in the arcane arts to enhance the Uyipo's conductivity. Then I'd be delighted to help. Everyone else should head back to Akanu. We'll join you at the float once work here is complete. You're in the Frog Pants Core Discord? Perfect. Yeah, I can send it to you over there. If you send me a DM on Discord, I'll send it to you. We're riding. I think the mount sway is one of the smallest touches, but it's so nice. Like, it really is with video games, sometimes like the smallest things that make such a huge difference. Oh look, they fixed it. It's already fixed. Oh no, it isn't fixed. I was looking at it the wrong way. We still gotta wait for it to be fixed. Gathering the Uipo was a trial in and of itself. At first, Wook Evo criticized everything I did. Then he suddenly yelled, "I've spoken ill of the third promise and must punish myself," and then proceeded to slam his head into an Uipo tree. I told him not to worry about it again, and it was like snuffing out a candle. He's an odd one, that's for sure. At least we've seen to the poles and the new eye. Now we just have to wait for the feathers from the twins. Yeah, level 92! Trait acquired. What trait did we get? Allows execution of Uncoiled Twin Fang or Uncoiled Twin Blood after successfully landing Uncoiled Fury. I'm sure I will figure that out somewhere along the way. Oh look, we're gonna get some dye. We should get some rest before the excitement begins. Over there, by the float. Isn't that the third promise? Then the rumors are true. She's trying to complete the feat of reeds by reviving Ihihana. The festival is a prayer for healthy crops, but does she honestly believe that will be enough to save our harvest? The second promise, meanwhile, barely glanced at the fields before leaving Akanu altogether. Maybe we asked too much of our young claimants. Oh, I wouldn't be too quick to count Koana out. A friend of mine overheard him muttering by the reeds something about what needs to be done. Is that so? Perhaps we'll get to see another of his innovations firsthand. That sounds like our Koana. One look at these reeds was all he needed to think up a solution. Be that as it may, our own solution is nearly ready. Indeed, as soon as the others get back, our long-awaited festival can begin. It took some doing, but we managed to gather competitors to vie for the title of Winds Chosen. The winner was only too happy to donate his feathers. You should have seen it. He called forth an incredible gust that sent his feathers sailing from Moms. We had to turn ourselves, but it's more difficult than it looks. Poor Ehrenvels twirled in the air for a moment before landing on his foot. I'm a gleaner. Magic is not part of our training. As for us, we've brought the wood and gemstone replacements crafted by Wook Evo. All that's left is to attach them. It has been decided who will ride the float. Papa was the guest of honor the last time I was here. I remember being surprised they could even lift the thing with his hulking weight on top of it. The rider must be a personage of great esteem, which is why an invitation is usually extended to the Dawn Servant. This time, however, I have another in mind. Oh, who is it? Our beloved Ihihana, the lifting of wings, is only being held because of you and your companions. Thus do I nominate you, Woklamat, as our guest of honor. Huh? Me? This boat won't make me seasick, will it? I don't think so. Then weigh anchor. I can hardly refuse a request from one even more enthusiastic about the festival than me. I would be delighted to ride at your float. Thank you, Wuklamant. I have rules for the rest of you as well. We'll be carrying the festival float in a slow procession towards Kazanuaki. I don't know how I did on that. Where the sacred likeness of Kishahi is ensconced. What I'd like you to do is clear the path of dangerous wildlife so that the procession can move along unimpeded. Consider it done. You expect me to sit still until Wukivu has finished with the float? Let me come along and help with the clearing. As you know, I'm not much for fighting. I'll stay behind and assist Wukivu with the repairs. If you aren't sure where you need to go, the path I spoke of begins at the south of the village and branches off to the east. That will lead you across the bridges to the Stride of the Sun. Then we shall see to the clearing... Wait, let me go back. Then we shall see to clearing it end to end. Okay, I got it. I don't know why that sentence of all of them really got me, but it did. Alright, we gotta go clear monsters. We can clear monsters. We're great at it. We just leveled up. We're even better at it than we were before. I also got some boots. They're not a gear upgrade, but we can try them on, see what we think. Yeah, we got some boots. Oh, there's a dragon on me. Sometimes you just have a day where dragons land on you. What are you gonna do? We live in a world like this. Sometimes dragons land on you. As Linahanu said, oh my gosh, Kazanuaki. I'm gonna go with Kazanuaki. Should be down this way. Then off to the east when the path branches. Then something about bridges and the Stride of the Sun. Anyway, let's split up and get to work. Once you've culled all the threats you can find, we'll meet up in front of Kishahi. I did it. This expansion's easy. No, no challenge. We got it. Alright, let's see what we got here. You have been chosen. Oh, it died very quickly. I still have blue balls. 2 of them. They haven't been used yet. Someone's following me in their chair. Okay, let's motorcycle. Nope. Apparently the blue balls only last for a certain amount of time. They're gone now. Another bunch of birds down. Off we go again. We're doing a great job of clearing the path. That looks like a chef chocobo. Good on that chocobo for getting a profession. Okay, well, Clamat's killed something. So we're going right towards a fate. Get it! Nothing can stop my onslaught. Why it deselected the target, but it did. We're doing too much damage is the problem. Too much craziness was going on. Couldn't keep up. Done. That wasn't even part of the quest. That was just a for fun fight. Oh man, there's so much stuff coming in. Get them all. Take them all on. Alright, looks like we got them all. At first, I thought that was an actual Birdman. He's really big. But he wasn't. He's just a picture of Birdman. Ah, you were a step ahead of us. This must be the likeness of Kishihi, the Hanu deity of the harvest. Does this remind me of something I saw in Academia Aneder? I guess I'll go with 1, because I feel like if I say 2, it's pretending I remember something I clearly don't pretend. I know. Makes you appreciate how much their culture revolves around the reed harvest, doesn't it? It's said that Ki Shai He was worshipped on another continent. This ancient faith was then brought to Tural by the first Hanu Hanu. The Hanu migrated here from another continent. Then mayhap the two do share a common ancestor. This is all fascinating, but shouldn't we be getting back to Linuhanu? He'll want to know that the path is safe for the procession. Right, and we need to ride on the float. I'll run ahead and tell him we're done here. Meanwhile, in Akanu...
Not sure we heard you right, old man. Why don't you say that again?
As many times as you'd like. The third promise tasked me with repairing this float, and I'll not relinquish it to an uncultured brute like you. Much less one that can't even manage a simple greeting.
We wanted to handle this in a civilized way, but we're more than willing to kill you.
We have a two-headed problem. Yes, please hurry. She's on her way back already?
Stand back, Wukevu! I will protect the float!
Oh, come on. Don't kill my bird friend.
Are you trying to be brave, little bird?
I could never have repaired the float alone. Not properly. But thanks to Wuklamat and her friends, we can hold Ihihana again! This is a priceless treasure! And as festival leader, I would die to protect it!
Very well, if that's what you want.
Yeah, get him!
Into that blow.
Good. The better for you to understand the gulf between us. But you need more lessons. We'll carve them into your mangy hide until you cry and beg forgiveness.
Where are we? She didn't run that far ahead of us. There we are. Alright, try it now. Punk.
Your brilliant plan was to steal the float and take the credit. The so-called blessed siblings are nothing but cheats.
Damn right. And a bunch of taco stompers, too.
Your scorn is sweet music. Come, weaklings. We'll crush you each in turn. Or all together, if you like.
Calm yourself, Chosen One. If you fight in earnest, this will end in a massacre. What's more, we have word that our other prospect is on the verge of success.
Then it would be foolish to expend effort sweating nuts. Lucky for you. Eh?
What are you talking about? I refuse to believe that I couldn't kick this guy's ass. The things I've fought, the things I've done.
Ugh, two heads. I see Mamuk still clings to that loathsome hope.
Talk to us, Third Promise. You're not dying, are you?
He's so concerned. Nothing happened.
It'll take more than that to kill me. So, are we having this festival or not?
Yes!
Big
Yes,
old
we
grin.
are.
It's kind of unsettling, but it's kind of cute at the same time. It's both things. I'm glad we kept the float out of Bakul Jaja's clutches, but gods, he brushed me aside like I was a bothersome gnat. Given the nature of the rite of succession, I expect such altercations are inevitable. I'm thankful we made it back before anyone was seriously injured. He waited for us to leave so he could steal a float, a coward and a thief. If I've learned one thing in my life, it's that poor manners often betray poor character. A tense encounter. I'm thankful Alphino thought to share those link pearls. Thank you for coming to our rescue. I tried to protect the float, but against that two-head, I may as well have not been there at all. Nonsense. You stood your ground and brought us the time we needed to make it back. You were incredibly brave. Yeah. Okay, we got pumpkin orange, Achu green, and Celeste green dyes. We'll do orange. With that exciting interlude over, you'll be pleased to know that my repairs are finished as well. Before we commence the festival, however, it would be a courtesy to inform the villagers that Ihihana will be held after all. Go forth, but do not forget your greetings. At this stage, I should hope the reminder is unnecessary. Ohokali, see? I remember. Alright, let's go talk to villagers. Get them all pumped about the festival. Ooh, the music stopped for some reason. It's very unsettling. Oh, it's back. Oh, he's a sad one. Alright, let's say Hokali Dokali. Did I spell it right? I think I did. We got it. Ohokali. The festival is about to begin? What do you expect me to say? Besides, of course I'll be there. Cleaning up the storm's aftermath may have been hard on us all, but the lifting of wings is tradition, and a joyous one at that. I won't sit here brooding my days away. Give me a moment to get ready. He's pumped. Ohokali. Thank you for letting me know. I would very much like to attend the festival, but the repairs should be finished as soon as possible. What to do? What to do? Go to the festival. The repairs will be there tomorrow. Go to the festival. If the festival is great, repairs will be even easier. Ohokali. What? The float is fixed. Our fallen friends would be glad to know that Ihihana will soon be underway. They would have wanted us to honor them with celebration, not let their loss deter us from it. I must go and enjoy the festival for those who no longer can. Oh, look, it's fixed. It's got the eye, it's got the better feathers. Oh, it's so good. The Hanu were pleased to hear their festival was going ahead, I imagine. That is well. Once your friends return, the lifting of wings can begin at last.
So few have come.
Patience. Once Ihihana gets underway, no Hanu will be able to resist joining in.
Just so. Ukewu knows well the heart of the Hanu. Have faith, Third Promise, and climb aboard the float. It is time for the lifting of wings.
Right. Off we go.
Ihihana is a prayer for bountiful harvest. But this is not its only meaning. It is also an exchange of pledges between rider and bearers, a commitment to a long and fruitful friendship.
Listen well, friends! The personage we bear today is Wuklamat, the savior of our beloved festival! Let your shoulders burn, or your feathers fall out, but do not even think of dropping her! Ready and...
Oh, look at that. They do little steps.
I could get used to this.
They do a little dance.
Will empty belly stop you from joining in the fun? Come and help us carry the float!
Well, well, well. To see the day that Dawn's promise would ride our boat again. We've not had the honor since you were here, Gulul Jaja.
Yeah, look at them dancing.
Right.
Bunch of happy dancing birds.
Onwards to Kozaduaki!
Kazunuaki. They had no problem with it, neither did I. We said it perfectly. That's exactly how I said it. Boat, boat,
Watch well,
boat.
for you are about to bear witness to the true glory of Ihihana. The float draws upon our life force, concentrating and amplifying the energy. Keshaihi then receives that energy and expels it in a great burst, where it showers down upon the land to replenish its vital currents.
Whoa. Whoa! That took effect real quick.
It worked.
Like a literal charm.
The float really was helping the reeds.
They didn't notice before because past
That
years they
was
got really drunk beforehand.
Amazing! To think that such a thing was even possible.
They all thought they imagined it. Alright, what does everybody have to say? I wasn't sure what to expect, but the festival was admittedly impressive. Even deprived of their usual sustenance, the Hanu seemed invigorated the moment the festival began. Ihihana is truly magical. I told you, didn't I? Spectacular. I'd like to take a turn riding the float. What? It looked like fun. Don't pretend the thought didn't cross your mind. With their fields rejuvenated, the Hanu too might finally replenish their flagging reserves of ether. I was too quick to dismiss the idea that the float had arcane properties. I think I wanted to believe that no one knew more about Ihihana than me. As it turns out, there are many things I have yet to learn. Should I have left the float behind like that? I was so excited to see the reeds. Nothing to worry yourself over. My brethren have been swept up by the festival fever. Last I saw, they were taking turns at the carrying poles on the way back to the village. Please feel free to look over the fields and enjoy the sight of what you've accomplished.
Some of them still look a bit sickly.
I imagine even the harvest magic has its limits. If the Hanu continue their festival tradition year after year, though, The entire field should eventually recover.
Where does that leave us with the feet, then?
You've got nothing to fear on that account. Our situation could never have resolved itself. The revival of even a single reed would have served to demonstrate your commitment to the task. That you recognized the nature of the float and found a near-perfect solution in Ihihana proves your dedication.
We did it!
What's more, I don't think I've seen the festival produce such impressive results since I was a mere chirper. We have been lax in maintaining the float, diluting its magic, and reducing Ihihana to hollow theater.
Oh, there you go. I mean, like, the drinking thing was a joke, but I feel like that's your quasi-explanation. Like, it's been diluted. It didn't look like that in the past.
Connor!
Cat Doctor's here.
I was delayed by an unpleasant encounter, but it seems I arrived at a good time.
Oh, isn't that wonderful?
What? You just pour in some mystery liquid and problem solved?
Stagnant ether was to blame for the reed's poor condition. I assumed that was an alchemical concoction which enhances ethereal conductivity. It utilized the flowing water as an ethereal current, thereby promoting the transfer of life energies.
Well, if you could have done it, Alphino, maybe you
A
should
method
have done
I could not have devised without the education I received at the studium and the cooperation of my Archon allies.
Archon allies?
You see, Lamachi, this is why we need to embrace foreign knowledge and technology. Employed appropriately, they make light work of what would otherwise be arduous labor. There's no need to lug around heavy floats.
Well, you always were the clever one, brother.
Your approach was no less effective, Wuklamat. It achieved the same result.
Indeed it did. And you enjoyed the festival, yes?
Yeah.
I did.
Look.
It was so much fun.
Our method improved
Having
the people,
visited your village
not
before,
just the plants.
I thought I knew everything about it. As it turns out, I knew very little. About the reeds, about Ihihana.
And we learned. He didn't learn shit.
With all I've learned this time, I feel as though I've really come to know the Hanu. And I like you even more now than I did before.
The feeling is mutual. And it's not just you who had a lot to learn either. I'll never look at our float the same way again.
The two of you have exceeded expectations. Come forth and claim your stones.
So this is what they look like.
Chocolate.
Go on, set it in the tablet.
Oh, I really thought she was about to say go ahead and eat it.
A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more.
I mean, we're basically done.
And on to the next.
Not even a moment of celebration. That's Kona for you.
The third promise? You must join us for Ikihana next season. As Dawn servant, of course.
Look at him. He's stoked.
Right. It's back to
He's not
Turricula
stoked for
now.
Cat Doctor.
Thank you for having us. I look forward to seeing you all again.
These are interesting times indeed.
The concoction was brewed by Kona himself. It's a test vial, but it should contain the same reagents.
Good work. We'll use whatever we must to win. For win we must.
No, man, these dipshits are really causing problems. But I'm really more worried about the fourth one. Because we don't ever hear from the fourth one. Like, you know, that guy's a loser. And a taco smasher. But, we know that. It's the guy that's quiet we never see. That's where your problem is. Where has Bakul Jaja gone, I wonder? And what did his follower mean by their other prospect? I'm curious as to who these Archons the second promise mentioned could possibly be. I think I know. Well, Koana seems a decent sort. He strikes me as a man who likes to keep others at a distance. Two-headed troubles aside, Wuklamat completed the feat and earned a keystone. That's all that matters. My journey has just started, and already I've met so many wonderful people. Wukuvu, for one, he's a bit eccentric, but everyone could stand to be as respectful of other cultures as he is. And Linuhanu, it warmed my heart to see him honor his departed friend through Ikihana, and to help others do the same. I can't help but feel excited thinking who else we might meet over the course of the contest. Come on, let's head back to Shabalyev Tai. Have you know, I only lightly stumbled over that word, and I might have even said it correctly. Ooh, we've got unlockables. They're probably ether current quests, right? They are. Look at all the delicious side quests we have. We'll go finish this, get the pickup for the next one, and then that might be where we call it for the day. I'm starting to get hungry. And I can always do this side content later. Come back and get our ether currents. Yeah, they're all far away now. Plus, usually these intro zones, and you can tell by how unfilled in the map is, you usually come back to them, so there's probably stuff we can't even access, even if we tried to get them all. Oh man, we'll go to the emptier one. There's the jazz. I like every time we're here at night. The Hanu's festival must be as central to their traditions as the sun drop dance is to the Vanu. I noticed Zeralja was not at the Hanu village. I pray we don't cross paths with Baku Jaja at the next feat. And just like that, we found an elector and won our first keystone. I knew I was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onwards to Urkapacha. Chances are good we'll find an elector there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your opportunistic Pelu friend has to say. Alright, with that, you know what, we'll get to the same spot actually. Hold on, we'll get to the we'll even it up to where we started today. I've been waiting for what feels like days and eaten enough of Brukavu's tacos to feed an army. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urkapacha, we depart from the Arch of Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urkapacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart, when it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. We're gonna travel by alpaca. Oh my, are these fluffy babies our mounts? The Pelu Pelu are small. All being small is confusing enough, but those masks make it almost impossible to tell men from women, let alone guess at their age. The beasts are sure-footed, that's for certain. Talking to Pelu before we departed was a wise decision. I, for one, would rather not brave a treacherous, slippery trail on foot. Ugh, why did it have to be alpacas? May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Bum bum bum! These animals can traverse Urkapacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yogg-Taral. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill suits its qualities, and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you're not fond of alpacas. When I was small, and being a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then? So, was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. So do I. That's what questing is. We're exactly alike. Here you go. A fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Urkapacha, then that's what we'll do. Oh, we're riding the alpacas.
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawntrail, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Wow. It's a big old mountain. I didn't intend to come into the zone. I probably should have waited.
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som-Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watranpelo.
Truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty, a spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end.
That doesn't sound like it.
Ah, but listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Oh, that's nice.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliyola. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Watchun Pello's down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
All right, well, we made it to the new zone. I think that seems like a great place to stop for now. We had only advertised doing the one, so I think stopping here is probably the best bet. And we'll go ahead and call it for now. Might be back. We're gonna figure out what we do. Again, I still haven't decided if I'm going to stream the whole thing or not. I'll probably do side quests and stuff, and then maybe be back for more main MSQ. We'll just have to see. Follow, do all the business if you want to keep joining me on the parts of this adventure I stream. And thank you, everybody, for being here. I actually just noticed I didn't have my... my sub notification working, so I didn't see if there were any. So if you did sub, if you did subscribe or anything like that, for whatever reason I didn't get the notice, just I will let you know. It is absolutely appreciated, and I'll see if I can figure out what's going on with that. And otherwise, thank you all for being here. I will catch you all next time. Have a good one. See you soon.